What's up, everybody? I'm Hyperactive, and welcome to the next episode of Superpowers, where I pick one of my many characters and explain their abilities to you. This time we have Abigail Novikov, merged with the goddess of darkness herself and queen of the moon Victron, Eclipse. Now, Eclipse landed on Stellaris, this universe's version of Earth, after getting in a major war with the neighboring moon's king, Cathera. And when they came to a stalemate, they're pretty much turned back into their energy forms, which is in the form of crystals that then shot off into space to find some kind of other life form that they could merge with, sort of like a symbiote in a way. After Abigail got hypnotized and they merged, her mind sort of got locked away, and Eclipse obviously took over mentally and physically. So Abigail can see everything that's happening and that Eclipse is doing with her own body, but literally can't do anything about it at all. Abigail's body got turned into dark matter, which in Eclipse's case gives her the ability of vacuum, allowing her to absorb pretty much anything and then explode it back out with double the force. She usually does this as projectiles in the form of like orbs and things like that. She can make blades and stuff like that as well, where when it slices you, it's not actually cutting. What it's doing is just very finely absorbing the parts she's striking. So like if your arm gets cut off or whatever, she's just sort of absorbing that piece that she's hitting and not actually cutting through it. Despite Eclipse only being at half of her power in this state, the range of her vacuum is still massive. She's able to turn a few city blocks in a matter of seconds into a tiny little pinpoint and then fire back at you, having it explode with double the mass and double the strength that it had originally. In addition, she also has the Phantom's Bone Scythe, a weapon crafted to change the shape of her dark matter, so she can create things like dark matter tornadoes, sinkholes, and even gravitational points. Now, despite the immense strength of this ability, it does have one caveat: speed. You see, it needs time to absorb whatever it's attempting to absorb. And even though it can do it at a very high speed, there are just certain things that are too fast for it to do it for. Of course, the most common thing being light, which usually just either bounces off of it, or if the light is strong enough, it just goes straight through. Plus, on top of all of that, she also has some minor abilities like a sonic screech, invisibility, and the power to temporarily blind her opponents when she touches them. Finally, after she defeats Cathera and his new vessel as King Colossus, she gets the Ruinous Pearl, and is able to take over the body, turning her into the Oblivion form, which pretty much gives her all the light-based abilities that Cathera is able to use as well, on top of all of her dark power, and, well, it turns her back into a goddess again. Safe to say that she's just, she's one hell of a monster, I can tell you that. So, yeah, but that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely the longest one so far, but I'm sure all the boss type characters are going to be probably this amount of length. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.